Hello, and thank you for joining me on my journey to the top 100 trout streams in America. I'm Getty Sarno. Trout fishing has been a passion of mine for as long as I can remember. My plan is to start off in my home waters in Pennsylvania and Maryland, and then expand my trips out west. So come along for some fun fishing in fantastic waters. Today, I'm fishing the North Platte River in Wyoming. Specifically, I'm going to fish the Miracle Mile. If you're a trout angler, there are places you fish, and then there are places that stay with you forever. For me, one of those places is the Miracle Mile on the North Platte River in Wyoming. This river marks number 66 in my quest to fish the top 100 streams in America, but this isn't just another check mark on the list. This one's personal. I first fished the Miracle Mile back in 1992 with my father-in-law Ron. It was one of those early trips that really shape you as an angler. Since then, I've returned 2 more times, and every single trip has its own story. One of the most memorable trips started back east. Ron and his friend Jim drove all the way from Pennsylvania down to Washington, D.C. From there, we flew to Denver and met up with Bob, and the 4 of us drove to the Miracle Mile Ranch in Wyoming. We spent a full week out there. And when I say it was hot, it was 100-degree heat every single day. There was no air conditioning in the cabin. Midday meant hiding inside, trying to survive the heat. We fished only in the early morning at dusk, the golden hours. And the fishing was absolutely epic. The Miracle Mile is famous for big trout, and it did not disappoint. Thick, powerful rainbow trout that fought like they had something to prove. Every hook set turned into a battle. These weren't polite fish. They ran hard. They bulldogged into the current. They tested knots, drag systems, and nerves. It was one of those weeks where you fall asleep exhausted and wake up counting down to first light. A few years later, I came back again with Ron. We found a single riffle that was absolutely loaded. We worked it methodically. One of us would hook up, fight a fish, land it, then step aside so the other could step in. Over and over, back and forth. We probably caught 30 fish each out of that same stretch of water. But what I remember wasn't the number. It was standing shoulder to shoulder, sharing the current, sharing the moment. That's what the river gave me. Okay, fast forward to 2024. So today I'm fishing the Miracle Mile in Wyoming. Okay guys, this time I have a quick afternoon stopover here at the Miracle Mile. I had already fished, all the way through Utah, and I'm coming back through Wyoming on my way back to Denver. And unfortunately, as you can see, the conditions are pretty brutal. Winds are over 20 miles an hour and gusting even stronger, and casting is very, very difficult today. So like I said, today conditions were pretty brutal, but that's the way fishing is sometimes. And this river's not really about that. It's about remembering the people that I fished with here, and it's one of the most special rivers that I can remember for that reason. So go take a shot at the Miracle Mile. It's a wonderful river, especially when they're not running the dams. It's a great tailwater. It's really not that far from Denver, and I really loved it.